welcome to the 5th episode in the Hummelbots Tournament 2. On this episode, we will see our best all-around fight card, probably that we've had yet this season. We'll see fights such as Clawful versus Babybot, Warhawk making its debut, which you should all be very excited about, going up against Jaws, which is going to be our opener. The main event with, of course, Frostbite and Duck, and much more. So, we're going to get you straight down to see the debut of what could be one of the most powerful and potent bots in the competition, Warhawk, right now. Let's do it. Thank you all for watching. And next week's episode will be the Desperado Tournament, so keep that in mind. Let's get into our open. Alright, hello, welcome to this is going to be the opening...
Yep, opening fight.
Welcome to the opening fight of Episode 5 of the Humbot Tournament. We have one of our last bots to debut this season. It's Warhawk!
And it works!
It works very well. It's got a very powerful spinner. I'm gonna preview that for you right now. It's pretty sexy. And it's going up against one of my favorites, the 1-0 Clamper bot, Jaws. It's going to be a very competitive match, and I'm excited to see what Warhawk can do, and I'm excited to see if Jaws can advance to 2-0. You can't really ask for a much better opener than this.
No. Stop it!
I'm excited for this fight. And, of course, stay tuned for all the other fights later today. We have some big announcements coming this episode.
Do. I'm going to lose this fight.
Probably.
I'm gonna get killed.
Oh my goodness! Jaws spots in the air. Remember, it's pretty hard to do. Oh no! God! Oh God! God! It's coming apart! Oh, that's a scene! Oh God! Continuing. Oh God, it's brutal! Oh God! It's sad to watch! Warhawk! Power! I'm trying for the boss rush! I'm gonna try for the boss rush! Jesus Christ! Getting in there! Oh, good Lord! Oh my God! My establishing is dominant right now! This is so hard to watch! Warhawk establishing dominance! Oh, Jesus, he's popping him!
I'm getting my butt for
How did that other side not come off?
I say it to you. I try not to swear in your videos because your mom told me to. Oh yeah, Josh! Yes, Josh! Eat the butt end of him! Eat the booty! Eat the booty! Oh God!
You don't want that wheel coming loose.
Oh, I think it is. Oh no!
Yeah, I'm not hitting that wheel anymore.
This is a freaking massacre!
Oh! Is John's gonna tap out here? Oh, he's dropping him now! Look at this! Taking it to Warren! Unbelievable fight right now!
What a freaking opening fight! Oh my God, he gets murdered!
He's like free shipping with Warhawk!
Those two actually fight! Sorry for the spoiler!
Lord! God! Oh, they're completely dead!
No!
Oh, they're dead! Ignore that countdown! There's still 50 seconds!
Can we just go on for another 7 minutes?
There's still 30 more seconds! Oh, this is gonna be a horrible repair job.
I don't know where the pieces are!
Oh, God!
I'm getting killed!
Oh!
I never should have dropped Jaws!
Mothering Jaws! 30 seconds left!
Oh my God!
This is a monstrosity!
This is a massacre! Oh no, the floor flipper! The hands of God!
Oh! Oh, good Lord!
Oh, get on there! Onto my hand movement!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
And made it to the
5, 4, 3, John takes the push and then 2, 1, fight over!
Oh my God! 1 seed now.
He just demolished Jaws.
Uh-oh.
We'll be back on Hummelbots Tournament 2. Okay, so we are back after probably the fight of the season so far. It wasn't the most competitive fight of the season, but it was the most amazing fight of the season. We're going to send you down to our builders to see what they are feeling.
PTSD. I went for the box rush, and then that happened. And then this happened to my robot.
Mickey Mouse is still on. Sorry about that.
I say again, I went for the box rush. It did not work. And I ultimately paid the price by getting decapitated. And I basically have my dignity stripped right there. Let's go down to the builder for Warhawk.
Alright, so I could not be more happy with this fight. This guy looks unstoppable. I mean, you saw what it did to
fights the plow.
Probably, yeah. You saw what it did to that poor thing. I mean, what's gonna stop this besides molten core and maybe a flipper? Like, I mean, what's gonna do it? What's gonna do it? Look out for Warhawk in the future, kids. He's coming for you.
He drives a white windowless van on 34th Street.
Okay, thanks. Now we're demonetized. All right, we'll be back after this commercial break.
Alright, folks. This is so stupid.
We're literally putting Mecha Mouse, who is debuting now, who is a flail spinner. I'm not going to show it off yet because you guys would think it's more hilarious when you see it in a fight. But it's a flail spinner. It's got Star Wars Lego blasters on it because I'm stupid.
And against Dissector, who's 1-0
Our
somehow.
only push bot. Literal push bot, like a push toy.
Blue team ready.
Somehow beat an actual RC bot. 2 actual RC bots.
Dissector, stop going for the bell.
Oh, Dissector! Oh god, one of the flails down here. Here we go! Mecha Mouse, get out of this fight! Can we do that again?
Yes.
Okay, you can't use it that way.
I got an Una!
We're just gonna restart that.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Mecha Mouse.
Oh, Dissector split, but he uses the axis. It's so right.
I'm still gonna be able to use the flails. Oh, here we go! It's like a whip now, not a flail spin. You ruined my one chance to make it Mecha Mouse actually. Oh god! Mecha Mouse. Okay.
Alright, Mecha Mouse is finished.
Dissector is 2-0. Are you serious? What is this life?
What is this Hummelbot tournament season?
What is this? What is... Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Okay.
I just got an Una with that!
Time for our third fight. Welcome to probably the second or third fight. Or no, this is probably going to be the fourth fight. I don't know. Whatever fight this is, probably the fourth fight. We have Babybot, who's probably one of the cooler looking bots in the competition, but one of the worst functioning. And we have Crabslily Clawful, who's Crabslily Clawful. And there's not really much to say about that.
You showed good.
We also have the Hexbug Swarm, or part of them, as the house robots for this fight.
House robots.
This is gonna be stupid.
Look at this!
But kind of entertaining.
Look at this!
Here we go.
We're all attacking Babybot.
And they're underway. Babybot having some trouble driving out of the gate. He's getting to the side of Clawful. This is gonna be a strategic pushing match. Oh my god, how is Babybot winning a fight right now? Babybot has more pushing power than Crabslily Clawful.
This is weird to say.
Uh-oh, Clawful having some trouble.
Yeah, I was destroyed wheel because you glued some paper to the freaking wheel.
You should have tried to get it off.
I did.
Waffle really just
Kind of sucking right now.
pushed around.
Oh, good.
Babybot just pushed it.
But Babybot, let's be friends and go after the Hexbug swarm.
Sure. Oh, what's this guy on the car?
Oh, Jesus Christ!
The random debris field coming into play.
Oh, I got a little piece loose there.
Oh, something is coming off Babybot's wheel, not functioning properly. Uh-oh, Babybot barely moving, and now Waffle moving him, and he's taking him for a spin.
You spin me right round, baby, right? I'm probably gonna sing that.
Oh God! Babybot almost lost a piece. Oh,
Get Hexbug!
get the Hexbugs! Babybot cannot drive right now. This is the worst fight in Hummelbot history.
Besides Gitsu.
Yeah. Well, that's Chaotic Robotics' favorite fight.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, then it is single-handedly the best fight.
Probably be watching the live stream and watch this. Oh, look at that! Let's do one of them. Come on, get out of here. That timer isn't accurate. Don't pay attention. You know, I'm just trying to. What?
It
Turn
does
off.
that.
Oh, Babybot's stuck.
Oh my God! You should have been stuck. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Oh, wait, he's
4,
moving.
3,
No,
2, 1. That is a knockout.
Babybot just... He got the Hexbug swarm won a fight.
No, actually, it didn't.
They were the ones who trapped him, though.
Yeah, but Craftily Clawful was actually the winner, so. Craftily Clawful
With help by the Hexbug swarm.
is 1-1.
Hey, and
I don't have to retire.
I know I'm not supposed to reveal this, but he's gonna be in the Desperado tournament.
Who?
Oh wait, no, we took him out, didn't we?
Babybot is.
Yeah, Babybot's gonna be in the Desperado. We'll see you.
Guess who he's fighting?
Fight 5, which is the main event, which is gonna be a fun one. See you then. Alright, so first of all, a few things. I have a new phone, and I will be getting a camera soon. It is the holidays, like an actual camera, so hopefully that'll mean multi-camera setup, but anyways, that was kind of random. The main thing is, usually we'd have 6 fights in an episode, including a bonus fight. We're gonna have 5 this episode because I ordered a new tank chassis about a week and a half ago, and for some reason Hexbug has been taking a long time to deliver it. I assume that's because of the holidays, and there was a big winter storm a couple of days ago that probably delayed it. But anyways, yeah, so for that reason, I'm taking Tank vs. Witch Doctor out of this episode because I'm frankly sick of waiting. So that will be posted as soon as I can, just separately. I'll just title it episode 6, episode 5 bonus fight. So yeah, sorry about that, but the runtime was getting pretty long anyways. So yeah, now for the main event. Folks, I hope you're prepared because the next fight is Duck, the Spinner Killer, taking on Frostbite, the Mega Spinner, in our main event. But before we start that fight, we're going to take you to a preview in strengths and weaknesses. Let's get to it. Let's start with the uber powerful spinner Frostbite, as he looks to take on Duck. And we're going to start with his strengths. First of all, he is one of the most powerful spinners in the competition, and I do not say that lightly. You're going to see that in this next fight. You've seen it in the past. He popped a piece of Witch Doctor 18 feet up in the air, and that is surely going to be a factor. Now, another strength of Frostbite is it's very highly maneuverable, especially with the high-speed wheels, which it currently has equipped for this fight. And it's very fast, so it's pretty easy to control unless it has mechanical issues, which it is prone to sometimes, but usually it's quite reliable. Now it brings us to our weaknesses, and there's a few of these. First up, it's not very durable. The side pieces come off in a hurry, and since those are the only things that count, well, Frostbite's a bit in trouble sometimes. But if those side pieces don't come off, well, you can bet it's gonna do good. And the second weakness is it does shake around from time to time, and those pennies that are attached to the disc to give it a little bit more bite will come off. And when that happens, the spinner is essentially rendered useless as it's very wobbly. So Frostbite needs to make sure that happens. Now let's go over, needs to make sure that doesn't happen. Now let's go over to its opponent, the unflappable duck. So now, we're going to go over the strengths and weaknesses of the spinner killer duck. First of all, of course, we start with the positives. For one, it looks really good. I spent a lot of time making this thing look good, and I think it captures the spirit of duck. Anyways, on to the next point. It's invertible, which means it can drive upside down, unlike the Witch Doctor chassis that's based off of, which is very nice. So I'm happy about that. Last strength that I'll say is that it is probably the most durable bot in the competition. This thing, I don't know if you watched the Robot Rivals with Tombstone, or Robot Rematches, but it was able to go the full 3 minutes and still survive despite being pounded. So we'll see if that plays a factor here against Frostbite. I think it will. Now on to the weaknesses. First of all, obviously the glaring issue is it has no primary weapon at all. And what's it gonna do? I don't know. It's not gonna be able to score damage points, that's for sure. They gotta, I don't know, make Frostbite self-destruct, I guess. The second bad thing about this is it really doesn't have pushing power. I know, you'd expect it from a bot like Duck, but since I screwed it up, it doesn't have pushing power. And the third thing is its primary weapon doesn't really work. Yes, technically it has a primary weapon. I know he just said it doesn't. But the lifting arm doesn't really work. So, yeah, Duck's gonna have it hard in this fight. Still, anything can happen, and we're about to see what is going to happen up next.
Wes.
Hello, and welcome
The main event.
of episode
Right next to you.
5.
It's right, the controller right next to you. It's fine. It's staying.
No, I just want that out of the frame. Okay, there we go.
Grab the freaking controller.
So, we have Duck and Frostbite, the ultimate spinner killer, taking on the second most ultimate spinner. The ultimate spinner that isn't actually an ant weight, a UK ant weight. So yeah, this should be a fun one. I predict this is gonna be one of our best main events yet. We'll just have to see how
as
it
of
turns
now,
out.
it lies in the hands of Tombstone and Biforce. I needed therapy after that.
All right, where are the arena picks? I'm excited for this fight.
It's gonna be a good fight.
2 1-0 bots trying to improve to 2-0.
Keep on Frostbite his pennies on him. Because we're stupid.
Doc, why isn't your lifter working? God damn it, I clogged up the gear. Here we go. Frostbite with those pennies. No more experimental disc, unfortunately. Duck, uh-oh. Oh, there we go. The lifter working now.
Oh, that's not.
Duck trying to get a lift in here.
Oh, gosh! I thought Duck got
There we go.
stuck.
Duck trying to trap.
Actually, you can fight so
Duck
far.
is going to have to use Frostbite's kinetic energy against them.
Let me spin up, Theo.
Duck really not getting too much
Let me spin up, Theo.
Frostbite. Look at that glare. Duck sent flying backwards.
We miss each other. Oh, we're grinding away and they're grinding each other.
Duck getting a nice push in.
Oh, what a hit.
Duck was trying to clamp down on Frostbite there.
Just like it, robot rematches against Tombstone.
Duck,
Actually, a good fight.
still fearlessly going forward.
I think that wedge is bent.
Already was.
Oh my gosh!
Duck taking a pounding, but that's what it's meant to do, so. But it looks like that wedge might be coming loose.
For the 800th time.
Yeah. But Frostbite's pennies, also that duct tape looks like.
Also, if these fly off and hits one of us in the head, we're stopping the fight.
Oh, big hit. No pieces off of Frostbite yet.
Duck doesn't have any pieces, so.
Yeah, so. Although these little paper things on his wheels can come off.
Right.
Ah, cool.
Oh, fight's almost over.
Yeah, this is. We go past this timer though, because Well, not much going on.
Oh, stop Frostbite, shut off.
Nice hard-hitting fight, under a minute to go.
Just spin up here. Alright, I expect a big hit.
Oh, huge hit by Frostbite.
Oh, another one.
45 seconds. Oh! Oh, Doc absolutely wallops there. Uh-oh.
No, I turned it off.
Oh.
Oh, it's a flip!
Oh, look at that. Duck being driven into the corner by Frostbite. And now 30 seconds left. And Duck backing up. Ah. God, they can't do any damage to Frostbite. Ah, huge hit.
Duck is getting the shizman kicked out of him.
And again, Doug coming back in. Oh! Absolutely won. Frostbite, show the selection committee what he means. 10, 9,
I almost got
8,
tombstone.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this fight is over. So I think we know who won that.
Yeah, I think Frostbite won. This is the first fight when no pieces have come off.
Yeah.
Of either bot. The lifter stayed on.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of that.
So there you go, folks. Frostbite. There's blood in my ear.
Frostbite with a win in an interesting fight. I mean, there were some good hits.
There were some good hits. My ear is bleeding. I might have to go to the hospital now.
It could have been better, but it could have been worse. And his penny stayed on. So yeah, I'd say successful fight for both teams. And next episode is the Desperado tournament. So after this fight, this episode is not over. We've got a bonus fight, and we're going to reveal the Desperado seeding to you guys. So stay tuned for that. Hello and welcome to our new bonus fight format.
Big boss.
Let's get this camera up so I can talk to you. So, the way this is going to work is now on, instead of having a 6th bonus fight, which we might bring back, we'll see, we are going to do something called the Big Bots League.
And this is
our 4 Battlebots Custom Series 2002 vintage toys going up against each other and fighting all of their combinations.
Can I
finish? Sal is fighting Blendo.
If you don't know what Blender is, if you don't know what Sal does, then you're not a
It
Battlebot.
was built by the Mythbusters.
It was built by
And the winner
not bad.
the season will get
The golden controller.
golden controller, which
I should probably be Blendo.
I'm using right now to drive, but yeah, all right.
Knowing this, it'll probably be Blendo.
Since we don't have the arena effects, we're just gonna do the classic beep beep beep.
Yeah! I feel like Ray Villains.
All right. Beep 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 beep. Here we go. On the way. Oh, big hit right on the way. Oh! Huge collisions here.
Fight me!
Sal!
I know you spit on, not fight.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's hit by Sal. Sal with the full speed down and finishes up. Oh, Sal. Taking it. Window right now. Sal really went faster than he thought. He can go in there. Right after window. Big hit. Might have nothing ready to finish. And now we're seeing a display of power from over the win. First half the camera hits Sal. Oh, Sal with it. That's under window. Oh, he's hit. Here we go. Oh! Nobody breaks the line for a second there. Oh, Sal is not moving. Sal is kind of crazy. Not really much action right now. We're just getting each other. Oh! Sal gets carried by window. Look it up.
Face me!
I'm gonna go in. Damn it! I'm going to the left now.
Oh! That was a bad shot.
Oh, he's hit.
Did Sal just go?
Oh, now getting some shots into the camera. Now 15 seconds left in the fight.
If we keep this fight going a little bit longer.
We'll be turning like 45 minutes. Now turns that window in the arena has a bigger thing out. Here we go. Come get it. Window. Window. I feel like she's having an internet. Right here, spirit talk. Oh, I know. Yeah, that's been very fast. Now, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Well, let's take it in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Spin to win! 1. And it's 20 over. Alright, so.
At least Lendo won. He's kind of down.
Yeah, I say he dished out the better hits, so.
He also drove Sal around.
By 4-1 judges, 5-1 judges decision. No, 7-1 judges decision is Lendo. One step closer to that golden controller. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I have a special announcement. Yeah, I know, it's the second one. And yes, I know this video is getting long. But, you know what? It's very important because episode 6, the next episode, is a special episode. As it is kind of the mid-season, we're doing the Desperado tournament. That's right. 8 bots enter, 1 bot wins, and gets a free shot. They punch their ticket to the top 16. All these teams are in a bit of a hole right now, and they need this win. So let's meet our contestants, shall we? I'll also be revealing the seeds and the matchups. Well, actually, I'm not going to reveal the matchups. Well, actually, you can just figure it out by the seeding, but the seeding may not be 100% accurate because I'm doing this off of my memory because I lost the sheet. But don't worry, we've already filmed all the quarterfinal matchups, so it doesn't matter. So, coming in at the number 1 seed, I'm not sure many people expected to see this one in the Desperado tournament, but it's Tombstone. Yes, I know this is the wrong chassis. The other chassis is better, but I just had to use that one. By the way, Molten Core finally has a new chassis, which is nice. Thank you to John from my Robot Combat Club for donating that. You are a legend. Next up, at the number 2 seed, we don't have him here right now, but he's the number 2 seed. It's Beta. Also didn't expect to see him in the Desperado tournament. They were semi-finalist in the first Hummelbots tournament. The number 3 seed is Duck. The number 4 seed is free shipping. The number 5 seed is Steve. The number 6 seed is the Soccer Bots. The number 7 seed is Cosmo. And last but not least, the number 9 seed facing Tombstone is Babybot. So that is your Desperado participants. We'll see what happens.